Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your mid-December 2023 General Tarot Update. It's Serena here. Well, I can see the writing on the wall already. Of course, this isn't going to be for everybody, but it really is so front and center as far as I'm concerned for some people, because I was thinking about this full moon that's occurring the day after Christmas on the 26th of December. And at every full moon, the sun is opposing the moon in the opposite, opposite sign, opposite house. So you're going to have the sun in Capricorn at almost 5 degrees of Capricorn, but it's going to be in that seventh house of committed partnerships. So the spotlight is on that. For those of you who are coupled and maybe you're having some difficulties, this could be something that is coming to a head, shall we say, or secrets coming out. And also, too, the full moon in your first house, in your sign, that really is something about you, like when I say illuminate, I'm talking about the inner understanding of your situation to be able to know what to do about it. And so if something is coming out, for instance, that was hidden in your marriage, or maybe even within yourself, letting go of a certain aspect. This could be something as simple as codependency, because in some cases, some Cancer people may have totally neglected themselves in a relationship because you're busy trying to put out their fires. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Let me get started here. I'm just putting on moisturizer on my hands. The heart of the matter is the Knight of Swords, and this is a card of change being afoot, things shifting for you, Cancer, in some way. And also, you may be finding your voice, and you're may be becoming more outspoken and speaking truth to power. In the past position, we have the King of Wands, and this is about stepping into your power. So this is the kind of thing that happens when people have had enough and they're tired of looking to somebody else to change or to stop doing what they're doing. Then we realize we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And so you start to see that and see that you have to be the change that you're looking for. I was trying to avoid that cliche, but it actually works out very well. And really about, the King of Wands, I love the King of Wands because it really is about this sense of empowerment, where a person is autonomous. That's where your true power is. When you are dependent on somebody else to make you feel good, to prop you up in some way, then you're not autonomous. Also, you may have met somebody who is the King of Wands. So I think, all the fire signs for sure could qualify, because Wands connects to fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because especially with this card, this is the higher message, the Three of Swords. So this can be a card of some sort of heartbreak, some sort of situation that is really painful. And I think as a spiritual message, it's saying that these types of situations don't end well. And this can be whatever variety it is. So whether you're choosing between two people, and in some cases, I know I'm some people like have freaked out when I talk casually about infidelity, and it's the only reason I do it like that is because I am not going to be preachy and judgmental, because I do believe that in some cases, maybe even the majority of cases, that people find themselves in those situations. They're not necessarily seeking them out. Maybe they're in the workplace. Maybe a friend of a friend. When somebody has been intoxicated and they're in a vulnerable state, I think sometimes these happen because their primary relationship is so bad that they're trying to boost their self-esteem if somebody's showing interest, for instance. So I don't want to just condemn people as, oh, they're just the worst of the worst, simply because they succumb to that sort of temptation. There might have been a reason why they felt the need to do that, but it doesn't end well. If you're waiting for someone to leave their spouse, that is also a situation where you are disempowered. And that person may, if you notice that they're making excuses, that can pretty much tell you that they're stringing you along. Also, just in general, the Three of Swords is about rejection. Cancers tend to be very sensitive people. You may be very sensitive to rejection. I'm not saying that this isn't human nature, that there's something abnormal about being sensitive to rejection, but the bottom line is that um, when you love yourself, nobody can truly reject you, because they're excluding you or avoiding you based on their own programming. Sometimes people reject people who are kind to them because they're so used to being treated like crap. So, don't think it says anything about you. What crosses you is the Four of Wands. This is the happy home. Um, Sometimes this can be a new home. And really, I would say about this card is that what can start off as something joyous can turn into a nightmare. Sometimes people are like, I remember somebody that I know. I walked down the street, ran into somebody I know, and they said, I've moved, or we've moved, this person and their spouse. And then they said, this is the new house. This is where they were in. It was in the same neighborhood. This is my spouse's dream home. And when I heard that phrase, dream home, my heart just like sank. And I didn't fully know why. I just thought of it in terms of materialism, because I thought if anybody, thinks that something is a dream home, it's probably because they're putting all of their hopes and wishes on something that is subject to change. It's a material object. So if you think that something is your dream home, now I understand the phrase. I know that there's certain things that people are looking for, and then if they get it, it's like they feel so happy that they got it. Well, fast forward, like, I don't know, 20 years, and I think they have finally arbitrated their divorce, including that dream home. I still don't know all the details on it, but I mean, that's gone. And that person who said it was their dream home isn't living there either. Neither one of them are, I don't think. Or they're trying to sell it. So doesn't work that way. You have to build on solid ground, and you may think that the Knight of Swords is doing this because the Knight of Swords is right above it. It's the central of this. Maybe the Knight of Swords is the person. Maybe you're with someone who is out of control. They are rebellious against, if you're married to this person, they're rebellious against settling down. But why did you marry them is the question. Why did you marry such a person that is so different from you, Cancer? What's coming in is the Two of Swords. This is a card. This deck, which is called the Witch's Tarot, is very faithful to Rider-Waite. You can see if you just blink, if you do more than blink, you'll be able to tell it's different images, but they're very close to Rider-Waite. And I've even seen other decks that are not really that close to Rider-Waite, and they show that blindfold, because really the Two of Swords is about making a choice, but the blindfold suggests that the person is not necessarily looking at reality while they're making a choice. So what do we call that? Well, we would call that a deluded state of being. When somebody is claiming that they have a choice in the matter. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just, convincing yourself that you have some power. That's really what it's all about, is wanting to believe that you still have power to do something in a particular situation. And really, you have to ask yourself why. Why do you need power? How does that serve you? It usually is because when people don't feel like they have power, they feel out of control with a particular situation. Oh, speaking of which, the outcome is the Emperor, and this can be about control, but it's all about getting your life in order, getting your house in order. The Emperor can also be a judge. So this could be some kind of a legal situation. It is connected to sign of Aries, which maybe the Knight of Swords is an Aries person, even though swords are air signs. If they have a signature Aries, the air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I could see Cancer specifically with a Libra person, and maybe that person white knights it, where they, I'm talking about specifically Libra. Libra people would do something like this. Maybe Gemini is with the moon in Libra, or the moon in fire, moon in Aries. This idea of promising the moon and the stars romantically, but not delivering because the person is afraid to commit. The Emperor is about grounding. Number 4 on top of that card is connected to the planet Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, which, by the way, I really vibe with this card being connected to Capricorn. And I think I have seen somebody else, or somebody told me that they think the same thing. Sometimes we don't really buy into some of the planetary or astrological connections between the tarot and certain signs or planets. But yeah, and that makes a lot of sense with the Emperor, because it's really about getting your life in order and, tending to your own garden, Cancer, at the end of the day. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double astrology readings, which are an hour of natal chart analysis with an hour of transits for a special price. I'll just tell you that price right off the bat, $85, 85 cents US dollars, at least 2 hours of reading. And there's another package deal that adds the tarot called the whole enchilada. I think that's $126. But these readings, you know, I sell them from like $55 to $59 each. So you save by getting package deals. And then I do have other standalone readings like, you know, love readings, and that can even be for singles, and also career readings, even reading a child's chart, but from the parent's perspective. Okay, thank you for watching. The link is below to my website. Bye.